This is how I like to split for the underarm. Once you get to the point of the pattern where you split, I like to go ahead and place a removable stitch marker. So this is my beginning of the round marker right here. But I like to place a removable stitch marker where the pattern would indicate the back body would be. This is where the sleeve stitches will be placed on hold. In between these markers is the front body and then the other sleeve. So place a marker before you start working on the split round, and it'll just be more helpful, and you don't have to count the stitches and worry about losing how many stitches you've worked on. So I'm just going to go ahead and knit to the main marker, beginning of the round marker, slip, and I'm going to knit to the first removal marker, which is the back body. So I am at the marker here. I've done the half of the back body. This gets removed. And before I place the sleeve stitches on hold, I like to do the underarm cast on. Some patterns will tell you to do a certain amount of stitches. For this design, which is my stripe away sweater, I have each sizes have a different stitches to cast on, and I like to do a backwards loop cast on. So what you do is you just twist the yarn like this and grab this part of the strand. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So for my size, I only need to cast on 6. And I like to do the cast on first before I place the sleeve stitches on hold, because sometimes if I do this first, I forget to cast on. That has happened. So I like to do that. And I have these barber cords that is great to use to place the stitches on hold. You just have to place this at the end of the needle fairly tightly, because it could come out if you pull on it too tight, and very gently. Place them on hold up until the sleeve marker. Remove that marker. And now you can go ahead and continue knitting. Make sure you have your underarm stitches casted on, and do not twist the stitches. It's easy to get them twisted like that, but make sure they're facing the right direction. And you just continue knitting until the next removable marker, which indicates the whole front half of the body. So I did the front, removing the stitch marker, and you're going to do the same thing. Cast on first. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. And then you're going to place the sleeve stitches on the barber cord again. Remove the marker. And join in the round, making sure the cast on is not twisted. And you knit to the beginning of the round, and that's how you split for the underarm. Now the next round, when you work on it, these cast on stitches will stretch out, but try not to pull too hard. Try to evenly distribute the yarns between all the stitches, and it should be fine without any pulling or tension issues. So I'm on the next round right after the underarm split, and as you can see, the stitches right where the underarm cast on is does stretch a bit like that. You just need to sort of distribute the slack evenly between all the stitches, and don't worry about the extras. They will be picked up later, and there's a way to twist the stitches so you don't really get a big hole in the corners. So very gently work the cast on stitches just for that first round. Try not to pull too hard. Kind of baby them. And once you work a few rounds, it should be stronger and more substantial. So this corner, these stretched out stitches, don't worry about them. When you pick up for the sleeve, they'll get worked together and twisted so it closes up.